Well, today is Friday, August 4th, and here's our Buoy 10 update. So first off, my little ADD brain, I got caught up. I had some issues pop up with my Central Oregon business with a couple of my guides back there. So I was on the phone, I was cleaning the boat and putting gear away, and then I had another guide call me up from Central Oregon, and I started chatting with him, and then trying to get a hold of my customers, and then I get on the bridge, and because I stay over here in Chinook, and I went, oh shoot, I haven't done my video yet today, and I was supposed to go over all my gear and show you guys how to get rigged up. Well, guess what? I'm already over here. Oregon is way over there, and so is my boat. Sorry, I screwed up. My fault. So what we're gonna do is one of two things. Waiting to hear back from my customers if they want to fish the ocean or the river. So my plan tomorrow, well, let's back it up just a little bit. Today was mediocre out in the ocean. It was pretty slow fishing, and it wasn't from too much boat traffic. It wasn't from, I don't know. There's a million and one things why it could have been tougher out there today. There were definitely more people, but man, there just weren't fish. And the fish that I did see on the active target coming through, they were just lazy. They would just cruise through and not even turn, look at your gear. And if they did look at your gear, they would just come up and just nose right up to it and hang tight, and they'd follow you for 50 yards, 100 yards, and then just slowly turn and just bail off. So, man, I don't know what to tell you. Today was weird. We had a lot of short strikes. Didn't even catch as many shorts today. And what's interesting is that we haven't had a barometer change really. The weather's been really stable. The wind direction's been the same. The temperature was the same, but there were no birds like anywhere working anywhere up north whatsoever. Bait was scattered, so the currents have moved stuff around, and inherently the fish around too. And what I'm thinking is that as the tides are getting smaller here at the mouth of the Columbia, those fish should be moving from up north, up around Willapa, on down to the condos, down towards the mouth to stage up to start coming in. And it sounds like the river, there were definitely some fish caught here today. So maybe that theory is correct, but what I learned a long time ago is the moment you think you got things figured out, you're wrong. So I'm not even going to try and tell you that I got it figured out, because I don't. And every day is a new challenge, but that's part of the reason why I love doing this, is because I wake up every morning with a game plan, and within an hour or two, that game plan is gone, out the window. So as far as tomorrow goes, I got one of two things that are going to happen. Either I'm going to go out in the ocean again, start early, and get out there and deal with the wind. It's supposed to be pretty windy out there. Swell looks fine, but it's going to be pretty windy out of the north, so pretty splashy, pretty sloppy out there. Either that, or I'm going to stay in the river. And if I stay in the river, man, that high slack is getting really close to daylight. I think it might be a Sunday deal, but I will probably start later, around 8-9 o'clock. And if I do fish the river, then what I'll do is I'll do an additional video first thing tomorrow morning when I get down the boat, breaking down my gear and how I'm rigging up for the river. So because I screwed up today, because I got sidetracked, I will do it tomorrow if I'm fishing the river. If I'm out in the ocean, then when I get off the ocean, I'll do a really quick update with how that went, and then we'll go over rod, reel, line, and all that stuff. I really want to do a Q&A too. We're coming up into a really good tide set, so maybe we'll do that for Sunday's video. I think that's what I'll do for Sunday's video. So tomorrow I'll put it out there to have you guys throw in your Q&As, and I'll write up a list, and then Sunday I'll do it, so try and get us squared up for the entire full week next week, which will be a pretty decent tide, and hopefully we see a lot of Chinook come in. The good news is that out there in the ocean, we're seeing a lot of hatchery Chinook. We ended up today, like I said, it was a lot tougher bite today, although yesterday we kept 7, today we kept 6. Not that much different. We got 3 Chinook and 3 coho, so again, we're finding both. We should be seeing way more coho, especially out there on the red line, green line, but it's scratch. The amount of Chinook is great to see, and the amount of hatchery Chinook is even better, considering that in the river here, we got to kick back all wild Chinook. So, I really don't know what to tell you about today. It was just strange. It was very strange. A lot of short strikes and a lot of lazy, just lethargic, not interested fish just swimming through the gear. They just could care less. There were they did not want to play tug of war today. So hopefully tomorrow that's different. But in the river today, there were definitely some fish caught. The tides are getting smaller. They're getting about 7-footers right now. And so that should be pretty good for the river here. I kind of hope my customers come back and tell me that they want to fish the river, but we'll see. It's up to them. And gosh, I guess that's about it. I need to get back and take care of some stuff back in Central Oregon. Get boats taken care of, get guides squared away, switch up some trips, respond to some customers. It's time to go to work at my other job. All right, guys, we will talk to you tomorrow. Later. Good luck.